Welcome to another tutorial by Virtual Flight Diaries. My name is John, and we're going to discuss tips and tricks on how to set up and make life easier for you with your IFR flight plan readbacks. So we're going to be using the VATRadar as our reference, and it is an invaluable tool if you're on the network using VATSIM. And I want to start a series because I believe that, you really shouldn't be afraid to be online. It's actually great fun. And I'm going to see if we can help you out. So if you want, when you set up your account, make sure you get this VATRadar. It's a wealth of information, traffic, frequencies, etc. Over here, I have a little notepad that's going to simulate our notebook. You should always have a piece of paper with you and a pen to jot down information and notes on your flight and during your flight. So, first off, after you filed your flight plan and you're on the ground, and you're getting ready, one of the most intense things you can do is, or the stressful things you can do is call ATC for your IFR flight plan. There's the whole, am I going to get it? Am I going to miss something? And and you don't have to feel that way. For one, if you miss something, you can always ask, hey, what was that squawk code? Or what was that frequency again? And I missed the last part of that routing. And they'll give it back to you. So what I do is, and what real pilots do is I use a acronym called CRAFT. So I get on my notepad and I write C R A F and T. And what this stands for is clearance, routing, altitude, frequency, and transponder. All right. So the first thing I do is that when you load up into the network on vPilot, you'll actually show up here on VATRadar at your airport. Now, I'm not logged into VATSIM because I didn't want to just file a flight plan and then not use it. So I'm going to show you some information that's available for different airplanes. So this will have your call sign on here, and then you can look up info. And the info is going to give us the first thing that we need. So we're going to go down here and you'll see squawk. Now, this guy's filed, his squawk code is in his transponder properly, but if it wasn't, so it's like on startup, you'll see 1200 and then a number afterwards. So let's just say this was us on the ground and we look, this is the squawk code that ATC is going to give you. This isn't going to change. What happened was when you logged into the network and filed that flight plan, VATSIM populated this, and this is going to be your unique squawk code. So we can get this before we even call ATC, and it'll be one less thing we have to worry about. So I'll go down here and I'll write down 2045. Okay. So let's also look at his routing. So he departed, let's see here where we are. So he departed Los Angeles en route to Norfolk. So his filed flight plan is here. So let's look at some things that we're going to get. So we're going to be cleared So right off the bat, we can look at, and we're going to be cleared to Norfolk. So we could put this right here, because this isn't going to change. I've been doing this 132 hours so far. Now, granted, that's not a lot, but during that 132 hours, I've never seen it change. Next is the routing. So ATC is going to go, we have the Orcus departure, or the Orca 5 departure, and the Beale transition. So that's going to be our initial routing. So it'll be the Orca, Orca 5, Beale, transition, and then as filed. So we still haven't called ATC yet. We're just getting this prepared for our readback. So then they're going to give us an initial altitude, and I don't know, let's say it's 5,000. So you don't have to write out 5,000. We'll just write in thousands, okay? So 5,000 is our initial altitude. Expect, let's see, filed maybe 350. So expect 350, and we'll go 10 minutes. Okay, so that we're going to do a little shorthand here. And you can use these shorthands to, if you want to actually copy this down while he's reading it to you. And then it'll be the departure frequency, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so now we have this all written down, and we can call ATC. You know, so we're I don't know, what is his call sign? Okay, so United Airlines. So United 676 would like to pick up our IFR to Norfolk. And ATC is going to go United 676 cleared to Norfolk via Orca 5 departure, Beale transition, then as filed. Climb and maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 350 10 minutes after. Departure frequency on 123.45 and squawk 2045. So we had it all written down. So we didn't have to, all we had to do was just listen to make sure there was no changes or anything like that. And then we just read it back. So we're cleared to Norfolk via Orca 5 Beale transition, then as filed. Climb 5,000. Expect 350 10 minutes later. Departure on 12345 and squawk in 2045. United 676. And then I go United 676, read back correct. If we pre-do this, then we don't have to stress on whether or not we're going to miss or we're going to miss. Sometimes you don't have a departure like this. So what we could do is there's another shorthand. So sometimes it's vectors to an initial fix. So let's see here. So say he didn't file a departure and he wasn't given one. Okay. So it'll be, you look at your flight plan and say, okay, so the initial fix we're going to is Beale. So vectors, just so we know. Beale. And then as filed. So then I'll change, so clear to Norfolk, vectors Beale, then as filed, climb, and so on and so forth. So hopefully this will help you guys out in lessening the stress of that initial IFR readback. And then sometimes you don't get any stress at all. They give you a pre-departure clearance, and it's just a little ACARS message, and then you don't have to worry about anything until ground. But if you use this acronym and this procedure 99.9% of the time, you're going to be ahead of the game. And if anything has taught us as virtual pilots, that if you're ahead of the game, you're doing better. So I hope this helps. Thanks for watching. This is Virtual Flight Diaries. On to the next one. See you.